back. Love it when the computer freezes. So here we are. Zack Saunders still leading after that little glitch in the system. Xander Short managed to hold on. Will manage to get past Elliott for P2 there. Those two have been going at it all night. Let's see, we're mostly single file. Like a little bit of too wide there in the back. Looks like Ryan Taff went into the wall. He's coming to the pits again for Ryan. Connor Wold's starting to make up some spots. He's went up 5 places since the restart there. He's going to be itching to get him back. I would imagine he's going to be trying to be as aggressive as he can for the rest of this race. So we have a battle for third going on. The 80 of Diego Valle is itching to get that third place from Elliott Drummond there. Those two were fighting quite a bit here last night in the Xfinity race, and they're going to be repeating it once again. Like Cody Leach went off, and he came back on. Cody has not been having the best of times here at Milwaukee. I was told earlier today by him that he is itching for this Milwaukee week to get over, as well as some other drivers. They're praying for that banking. You can see down there somebody hit the wall. Hate seeing those tire marks, and we are yellow again. What was that about? See if maybe we can get an idea of what happened. Let's see. The screen is not telling me where it happened. Oh, David Gavazzi, it says. Here we go. David Gavazzi and Ivan Ramirez. Might be a repeat of what we seen earlier. Yeah, it is. It sure is. A lot of drivers still struggling with those corner exits. They say one of the best ways to go fast is be on the gas more than the brake, but you do not want to be on that gas too quick. See, get a little different view, a little driver's point of view here. On board with the 73 of David Gavazzi. She just get a little loose, tries to catch it right into another car. A bunch of cars coming into the pit lane here. Oh, and they already came through. We missed them. There they all are. Bunch of guys were out there pushing at the beginning. They're going to be wanting some rubber to try to keep it going. We got about 7 guys down there in the pits, it looks like. Our leader, Zack Saunders, just likes to stay out, as well as some other guys up here. Tire wear is everything here at Milwaukee. The better you can save, the better you are. Push those tires too soon, too hard, going to be ending up right in the back as we keep going. See, we are on lap 36 here at Milwaukee out of 186. Just a little reminder, our stage break is on lap 60. So if we get any cautions closer to that, might see some teams trying to play a little bit of strategy and pit before the stage break to start the second stage up in the front. Saw some of that last night. It turned out really, really good for drivers such as Connor Wold, Corey Mott, and Jared Bundy. Those guys are usually pretty good on strategy. Saw that last week at Daytona, where Corey Mott most definitely did not wreck on purpose to give his team the advantage. Just like getting to the center of a Tootsie Pop, world will never know if that was on purpose or not. He says it wasn't, but who knows? Speaking of Corey Mott, he's sitting there in sixth. He started in sixth, and he's staying in sixth. Our current biggest mover of tonight is Diego Valle there in the 80. He's in that purple Camry there, second row on the outside. He's moved up 23 positions since the race start. And our current biggest loser is Christian Delgado. He's out of this race, 16 positions lost since the beginning. As we are coming into turn 4, once again here at Milwaukee. Flagman's ready to wave him on as the pace car comes in. We're green again here at Milwaukee. Zack Saunders with a really good launch there. 18 got caught a little lacking. 48 needs to get down there on the inside to block off that 18, and there he goes. Right on the tail of that 16 car. Let's see if Xander tries to do anything about it, try to take that lead. He does not. He stays right back there, getting really close. We saw what happened to Connor Wold when he got a little bump a couple of laps ago there in turn 4. Zack Saunders was not going to want a bump neither. Xander Short looking down the inside. Stays back there, but now Xander has some company right on his tail now. Let's see the 80 of Diego Valle passing the 18 there. Diego up to P3 for the time being. And he gets it. Diego is moving up this field. The 16 of Zack Saunders stays in the lead. 48 looking for a little look. It's a little loose, it looks like, there on that inside curb. And we are yellow once again. Jacob Brzezinski and Aaron Rucker involved. Looking at that black, orange, and blue car there on the outside. Ooh, looks like the 13 just gets in the back of the 5. 5 loses it. Man, that stinks for Jacob. Ah, that stinks. He went, Well, it's like we just started this race and that 10 is all sorts of done. Goes straight to the ambulance because he knows what's going on. Man, that Jacob was just a passenger there. We get another look at that. Onboard Aaron Rucker here. Just there on the outside. He's the one who got rear-ended. There's the bump. Tries to catch it. Can't do it. Right into Jacob. Let's see if we can look at what Nick saw in that, because that might be an interesting view. Here we go. Right in front of Nick, there's a big, huge bar in the way, but man, look around it. Happens right in front. There goes Jacob. Nick's going to be glad he was not involved with that. He had terrible luck last week. With incidents. Seems like he was involved in about every single wreck out there. And there goes Nick with the lucky dog. For those who do not know about the lucky dog rule, it allows the first car, who is the first car a lap down, to just go around and get their lap back as long as they're not involved in that wreck. Nick got lucky there with that wreck happening right in front of him. but did not get involved, so he gets that free pass, and that will put him back on the lead lap. So real good for Nick there. Saw him spin earlier in the race, coming off of turn 2, struggling with that traction, but it's good to see him back on the lead lap. Let's see, this race is sponsored by the ShowRacing.com Dirt Series. It's a dirt UMP series put on by Cody Leach, who drives in both our Xfinity and Cup Series. He's not having the best of luck tonight, but he says next week's going to be better. If you are interested in this league, we're running mostly free tracks, but not all the dirt tracks are free. It's a beginner series; anybody can enter. If you need more information, join our Discord. The link is on theshowracing.com. You'll find all the information you need to know about getting involved in this league. Dirt Series should be starting pretty soon. Cody frequently puts up sessions for anybody who is interested in at least trying it out. Speaking of our league, our Xfinity series that takes place today's Wednesday, so every Tuesday, is open to anybody. You have a car, want to race, come and sign up. We are coming to green here soon. There they are in turn 3, coming into turn 4 as our flag man puts up the green, getting ready to wave it. Pace car comes in. We are coming in the restart zone. Zack Saunders leads us off once again. Good launch there. 80 still staying on there on the inside. Is he going to fend off Xander Short to get that P2? There they are side by side. Diego Valle wants to get up there in the front. He was up there most of the race last night. Ooh, we have a car spinning there on the inside. That is Corey Mott, it looks like. Gets back on track. We stay green. Separates these top 5 drivers away from everybody else. They're going to like that. Cars all over there in the back. Diego Valle gets that P2. Xander Short just dropping back. The 18 is going to try to get that P3 from Xander. Xander gets a little loose there on exit, goes right into the wall. And the 18 takes advantage, but Xander is still there. Still side by side. Can the 18 get it? Goes on the inside, turn 1. Xander just lets it go, but the 26 of Caleb Sheets gets right under Xander. Makes a little contact. Xander saved it, but Caleb Sheets did not. Not good. Ryan Taft goes off as well. A lot of drivers struggling for grip out here. As we look at this huge pack for everybody behind 4th place. Connor Wold made it all the way back up into 6th place. He's there on that 27. And there's some more spinning, some more contact. And we are yellow. Connor Wold manages to hold on to that P6, and Zack Saunders manages to hold on to that P1. Like a big wreck happened there. Cody Leach involved once again. Cody is in that number 15, I believe. Gets a little help. Oh! Sometimes I am really glad this is a simulation and not real. Holy cow. Wow. See, Darby Merritt was involved in that as well. Try to get a little rear end view of him. Look down there on the inside. There goes Cody. Yep. And he just locked up. Couldn't do anything about it. Car would not let him turn. Wow. What if the car is kissed? Yeah, that would be something, wouldn't it? Well, thanks to this just being a simulator, Cody Leach is still alive, so we're going to pull him in for an interview and see how his neck is doing. Hey, Cody, you got me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, looks like you turned into a Beyblade there. How'd that happen?
Yeah, I mean, not feeling too well. They're taking me to the medical center right now.
Well,
So I don't know how much time I got for this interview.
did you get a little help from behind there, or did you just turn in a little too much? What happened?
I felt a jolt from the rear, which got the car unsettled and threw me into the barrier.
Yeah, that did not
If
look
nobody,
fun.
I don't know who's seen it or who put it out there, but there's a sure image of me getting thrown into there. So.
Yep. Thank God for that catch fence being as stiff as those tires that you hit. Man. Well,
Yep. So, guess we just get back out there next week uh, and find something.
you think
We're good
Dover?
at Dover.
You think Dover's going to be a better week for you?
Well, yeah. I'm normally faster than everybody at Dover, and probably won't have these issues of fighting through the pack and getting thrown in the walls. So I'm a little upset right now, but trying to keep it clean. Everybody love the so minimal conversation right now.
Yeah. Well, it sucks that it's happened to you, man. 2 bad races in a row. But yeah,
Well, hey, if we're talking about Cup, last week you had a fifth place finish. I can't complain. Would have liked to finish this race out, but um, they're taking me to the medical center to check me out, and then if everything's good, we get some damage fixed. They're saying it's pretty terminal, though. We might
ooh.
be able to get back out there.
Oh, might have you back in here later to ask you about that dirt series you're putting on. But as we're coming to green, I'll have to let you go.
All right, I
But
appreciate you. Thank you for all you do.
oh yeah, see you later, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was Cody Leach. He died there and was saved, resurrected, some may say, by the medical staff here in Milwaukee. As we are coming to green here, cars coming out of turn 4. Zack Saunders once again leads us to the green. They come into the restart zone, and we are green again here at Milwaukee. Good jump down there by the 18 on the inside. Gets Diego Valle easy there in the 80. Diego falls into P3. Connor Wold all the way back up to P4. He made that quick. He has won it back. He has that 18 in his sights. He wants it as there is a car trying to do their best Ross Chastain impression there on the outside, riding that wall. As Zack Saunders holds on to the lead, the 80 is going to get real close to the 18 there. He wants that second place back. We're getting closer and closer to this stage break as we are on lap 54. Comes at 80, got some side-by-side action going on here in the back. A bunch of shuffling around. There's a car spun around. And it looks like we are yellow once again. We are getting closer and closer to the stage break. Connor Wold is sitting currently in P4. He'll be starting right behind the 18 on this restart. Should see something interesting happen. David Gavazzi was involved in that accident. see what happened here. Is it somebody getting loose? No, it is not. We're looking at that Dr. Pepper car, I believe. Yep. Did not brake soon enough. Goes right into the zip. And then we just have a stealth spinner right in front of them. And then they make contact. Isn't that something? You can see why Connor Wold, as well as Diego Valle, were trying to get to the front as quick as you can. Some of these drivers here in the rear are just struggling to hold on. You hate to see it. Speaking of Connor Wold, let's see what he's thinking. Hey Connor, this is Cat up in the booth once again. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're sitting in P4, right behind that 18 car, on this restart. What's going through your head? Made it all the way back up.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be back up here clean. I was just trying to stay patient. I knew I had the speed to get through them. I just had to watch out for wrecks and methodically work my way up here. But as far as the 18 goes, I haven't seen a replay or anything, so I don't know exactly what happened. So I plan on racing them clean.
Well, here's hoping you'll stay clean. I wouldn't imagine the 18 is going to do anything different. Hopefully we see something clean and not either one of y'all's cars getting wrecked here. Y'all are both fast.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see you get all the way back to the front, especially as quick as you did. Hopefully we see you stay up here and not have to do that once again.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, but it's definitely scary back there. The way they're racing back there is absolutely mad. So hopefully I can stay up here and just kind of ride it out till the end, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, good luck there, buddy. Stay safe there around that 18.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
All right. See you later, bud.
All right, later.
All right, that's Connor Wold once again. Like I was saying, trying to get past those rear cars as fast as he could. They are something back there. You can definitely tell the difference of guys who have ran some more practice than others. A lot of these quick guys able to get up here towards the front quick, but their tires might not be liking it. As we come 1 to green once again, we are now on lap 58. We'll be restarting on lap 59. That'll give us a 2-lap shootout to the end of the stage on lap 60. The top 10 drivers will be getting points, and in this series, every point matters. I would imagine drivers like Connor Wold are going to just try to play it safe here, try to get those points. He knows he's going to need it. Zack Saunders, again, is going to take us to the green flag with the 18 of Elliott Drummond alongside. They are the only two drivers to have still be in the same position they started this race in. As we come into turn 4 for our little 2-lap shootout. Hopefully we can stay green for it. As they come out of turn 4, pace car comes in, and here comes Zack Saunders to lead us to the green, and we are green at Milwaukee. Good jump by the 16 there. 80's looking down that inside. He's trying to get those points. We are crashing in the back, and that is the stage. Jim Mott, Stefan Minke, tell me how to say it. I'm trying to say it right. Darby Merritt involved. I need you to stop saying things about yellow. We are looking here at the rear. What happened? Ooh, yep. Gets a little loose there on the restart. That tire wear getting to him. That's Jim Mott calls that one there in the Nationwide car. This looks like he got a little loose and just, yeah. What can you do? Looks like it's Steven here. Just a passenger in it. There's Jim out there in front. Oh, yep. Yeah. Steven couldn't do anything there. right into the side of Jim Mott. And that is our stage there. Should see some drivers trying to come in here in a second as the pit lane is soon to open. There goes Jim Mott coming into the pit lane. And that is the stage. Let's see where they are. Right, coming into turn 3. Zack Saunders, once again, is your stage 1 winner. So far, it's a repeat of last night for Zack Saunders. He got pole and won the first stage last night, won the race last night. He's going to be hoping to do the same again. As we look here at the pit lane, let's see if we have anyone who comes in. Or is the pit? Yep, pit lane must still be closed. See, Zack Saunders still your leader. Connor Wold holds on to that 4th position. Wasn't really much time to do much whatsoever. Diego still is your biggest mover. 24 positions since the race start, all the way up in P3. He is one fast driver. Showed us that last night and is showing us again. Currently have 17 cars still in the lap. Not what we were looking for, but it is what it is. Should see the pit strategy happen here. Maybe. Nope. Still nobody coming. Like everybody is staying on those tires. Let's see, we're having a little bit of conflicting information here tonight about if it is 70 or 60, but it looks like it just might be 70. Is when this stage break is. A little confusing, but here's hoping it's 70 and not happening. Dakota Green once again. Zack Saunders stays there on the inside, leading us away again with Elliott Drummond on the outside. Pace car comes in, and we are green again at Milwaukee. Zack Saunders with another good jump there. Elliott holds on to the P2 with Connor Wold falling in P4. Jared Bunny there in the 2 is itching to get back up. He dropped back a little bit there in the beginning, but he's getting back up. We're still going, a lot of fighting going on back here. On a couple of spinners, a lot of people losing that traction. They need to get, as these tires wear, it gets more difficult and more difficult to hold on to. As Connor Wold runs a little wide, and Jared Bunny gets right around him. Caleb Sheets there right behind Connor Wold. We saw Caleb get a little loose earlier. Contact with Xander, and there goes Connor Wold. Scrapes the inside wall. That has to stink for Connor. For the battle for P1, and we are yellow again. Ivan Ramirez involved in that incident. Man, that's unfortunate for Connor. He said he did not want to work his way all the way back to the front again, but it looks like he's going to have to do it. Let's look at what happened to cause that caution. You see Connor Wold down there on the inside. And Ivan Ramirez there in the 54. Oh, so car down there on the inside. Broke a little too late. Goes right into the Tempest car and just right around. Yeah. Luckily, no contact besides the initial contact that caused it. Doesn't look like too much damage. But now we are seeing the driver starting to pit. Here we are. And get it. Yep, there they all come. As it looks like that is the stage final. There they all are, tilting all sorts of ways to get those tires on. See if we can get your stage 1 winner in here. Zack Saunders. Hey Zach, it's Cat up in the booth. You got me?
Sure do.
That was stage, right?
Yes, that was stage.
Okay, interviewing you at the right time this time. Well, so far it's a repeat of last night. You think you can keep it up and finish it off with a win?
Oh man, I don't know.
You don't know?
It's honestly, it's like a heads or tails thing going on here. 'Cause it's just, I don't really know. It's just we don't really know until we get a decently long green flag run, and
Yeah.
then I think it would be like last night where I think Elliott and Diego are just their natural pace, long run pace will be better than mine, just naturally because they're a better driver and stuff. But no, just these green flag or these yellow flags are just helping out a whole bunch with staying up here and getting the lap sled and staying out of the trash in the back. So pretty happy about it.
Well, we saw last night um, when the first stage ended, some guys played a little bit of alternate strategy to get up to the front to start the second stage off, which puts you a couple positions back. But just like last night, do you think you're going to get those positions back quicker? Well, quick, just like you did yesterday? Or you think it's going to take a while? You're just going to chill out? What's your plan?
We got what, 100
A whole bunch of laps.
115 to go green here, so I don't know. It's just like last night, I lost positions on the pit stop, so it'll really just depend on how the lines react and how we get through the gears and get through turn 1. But if we get a green flag run or something, and I got Elliott and Diego in front of me still, just plan on vibing with them and just trying to keep a good gap to them.
Yeah, well, wish you the best of luck. Good job on that stage 1 win. Hope to see you winning some more here tonight and back more up towards the front here soon.
Thank you.
Good luck, Zach.
Yep.
That was Zack Saunders, your stage 1 winner. Again, repeats his Xfinity stage 1 win from last night. Still have 18 cars on the lead lap. Darby Maris is the first car a lap down on lap 68, while your leaders are coming to lap 90 as we are green once again here at Milwaukee. Caught me off guard completely. Xander Short pulls away there. On the inside, David Gavazzi, we're 3 wide here for P2. There's that 18 there in the middle. Gets past them, but the 54, I believe, is going to try to get in there. It's Ivan Ramirez. Still fighting there for P2. And we are still going. A lot of fighting here. A lot of guys on different strategies. Still 3 wide coming into turn 1. The 80 goes right down the inside. Passes both of them. 54 getting real close to the 18 car. We are still going. They sort themselves out. 80 car back up to P2 here. He's going to have Xander Short there in his sights. Now that 80 was really quick here last night. And he is really quick again. So we get a little onboard action here with the 18. This is Elliott Drummond, Looks like he's not shifting there in the corner. Some drivers are, but we've seen a lot of issues with traction, so maybe this 18 does not want to lose that traction. Staying in a higher gear does help with that on corner exit. So it looks like the Diego, the 80 car in front of him, is starting to pull away a little bit as he gets a little loose. Even when you are in those gears, it looks like the grip is just not there. As he loses 2 positions, Dr. Pepper car runs a little wide there. We got to go back out to see what's going on. Oop, I need to fix that. There we go. Still big battle going on here for P3. Xander Short checked out, but Elliott Drummond right on him. Xander's running a little wide, and we are yellow again here at Milwaukee. You hate to see it.
Yeah, absolutely do.
Hey,
Wheeler.
it's Devin!
Yeah. I'm back in the pits with roughly 10 minutes of repairs left to go, so I figured I'd come and jump in the booth with you for a bit, give you a better idea what the back markers are looking like, because it's bad back there.
Yeah, it sure is. Have you been struggling with grip any in the rear?
I actually haven't. Not
Really?
until I spun and had to take the repairs and came back out. The car was having some issues, but no, I mean, as one of the amateur drivers in these cup cars, truthfully, I can say I wasn't having any grip issues. Now coming at that spin I had on the front stretch coming out of turn 4, that was a complete misstep on the throttle on my part.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a grip issue. I don't know what's getting these guys so sideways other than, I guess, feigning competition, really. They're trying so hard to find a spot that's just not there.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are just itching to get back on that throttle. You want to be on that fast pedal more than the slow pedal. Some guys are trying to get on it a little too quick. I don't know if you saw, but the 18 has been running P2 basically this entire race. Got loose in 5th gear coming off of turn 2. And lost some positions. Looks like a lot of people are out there struggling for grip. A lot of fast, experienced guys have even been making mistakes with it. Whole bunch
Like
of.
I say, it's probably a lot of that's probably coming from just their confidence on the pedal.
Yeah.
The heat of the track is currently what 100? No, it's 90 degrees at the moment.
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy hot with the track temp. Actually, I could pull that up on the screen. Folks, there on your right side is the weather. Sadly, no rain yet in iRacing, so won't be seeing any of that. In chat, it says, do they use wheels to drive, or is it controllers? All of our drivers out here, I'm pretty sure, are using wheels. Using a controller puts you at a disadvantage unless you're driving dirt oval racing. A lot of these guys out here on wheels with way differences and prices of their setups, but just because you are on a cheaper wheel does not mean that you will 100% be slower than somebody with a more expensive setup. As Xander Short's still up here at the front. He's running up towards the front earlier in the race. And is back up there. He's on an alternate strategy compared to the other guys behind him. He stayed on these tires a little longer. But that 80 of Diego Valle is going to be starting right alongside Xander with the 18 of Elliott Drummond there right behind Xander. Elliott's been up to the front basically this entire race. And so we have a lot of other guys. There's Zack Saunders. He'll be starting 3rd on the inside line. He's our Stage 1 winner. He's always at the front. Connor Wold, who we saw go and make a little bit of contact with the inside wall before the first stage ended. He's managed to get himself all the way back to 10th, climbing back through the field once again. He said that he does. Say that once again.
I don't believe we should be surprised if he does climb back through. I want to say he had some trouble last night in the Xfinity race and finished third, correct?
Somewhere around there. Really aggressive
Right.
move by him at the
Right.
end. So it looks like the pace car is going to come in. Xander Short is going to lead us to the green a second time tonight. They're in the restart zone now, and there goes Xander taking the green here at Milwaukee. Elliott Drummond there coming right down the inside of the 80. 80's having to take that outside line. Or side by side for P2 still. 18 there on the inside, gets to the run off of the corner, gets in front of the 80, but the 80 looks down the inside. Will he go down there? Gets really close to the 18 there. Almost spun him around. 18 still holds on to that P2. Elliott Drummond is right on his rear. Oh, not Elliott Drummond. Wreck on the front. Yes, we do. Tyler Crosscheck involved. Chase George involved. Elliott Drummond gets that P2 before the yellow. So you can get an idea what happened. Connor Wold just barely passed it. Lucky him. Tags the rear. Yep. Some synchronized spinning.
I want to say they went into turn 3, almost 3 wide, and like they pressed it going into turn 4. Like I said, man, a lot of these wrecks are just coming from competition way too early on in this race.
Yeah, a lot of drivers way too eager to get on that loud pedal. Xander Short holds on to that lead. You see him right there in the 48 car. See if we can get him in for an interview. You want to ask the questions, Devin?
Go for it, buddy.
Heck yeah. Yeah, here he comes. Hey Xander, it's Kat and Devin up in the booth. You got us?
I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're leading. You're up at the front early in the race. It looks like you're playing a little different strategy than everybody else. You think this is going to work out in your favor as this race goes on?
It honestly all depends on if we can get long runs, if we can get more cautions. It's just, I mean, the Elliott, Diego, and Zach, they're pretty fast. I mean, I've got the pace to keep up with them. It's just the fact that, they have a little bit more experience at tracks like this than I do. And I'm more of a 1.5 mile, 2 mile guy and stuff like that. Like I'm not that great on short tracks or flat tracks like this in New Hampshire. The only thing that I can really do better is just out strategize them. I mean, that's all it's gonna be. This is one more stop for me. I can make it to the end. Honestly, if we keep having cautions, I can make it to the end as it sits. But main thing you want to do in these races like this, where it's looking like there's going to be nothing but cautions, is just try to keep your car in the position that mine's in, and when it comes down to that last restart, just get the jump and run away with it.
Well, it looks like a lot of drivers have been struggling with grip, and it looks like that's been the main cause of the cautions tonight. You glad you're not doing race control tonight and instead out there on the track?
Yeah. Last night was my workout for the week, so I'm glad that Jacob has that going for him tonight.
Well, at least you'll know his pain.
Oh yeah, it's not fun.
Well, it's good having you in here, and I wish you the best of luck. Here's hoping you can hold on to that P1. I know Elliott's been Diego was a tire whisperer last night, and it looks like he's on track to do that again. So, wish you the best of luck here, Xander.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yep, good luck.
Yep.
Hey, could I get you to move me back?
Yeah. What team? I
Indy.
hope I put Xander in the right channel.
My
Indy?
repairs.
Oh, it won't let me
Yep.
put you in Indy.
Oh no.
Well.
All right, well you're gonna get some on-track broadcasting.
Woo! So,
Car that's 40 laps down.
40 laps down, Devin Field.
I believe they're on lap. Lead lap is 80 something, correct?
Yeah, 84 is the lead lap.
Yeah.
Or 1 to green
I've been
currently.
to the pits for roughly 30 minutes of this race, so
Wow. We're on the 12th
yep.
caution so far. Let's see. We go. Xander Short is once again going to lead us to the green. He's here on your inside line with the 18 Elliott Drummond. They're sitting in P2. He got back up there real quick. So we come around turn 4. And here comes the pace car in. Xander Short's going to lead us to the green as we come into the restart zone now. Xander Short with a really good jump there. Stays in front, but the 80 of Diego Valle looks down the inside of the 18. 18's going to squeeze him. Try to keep a good run off there. They're still side by side on the exit of 2. It looks like the 80 gets it. The 18 turns in. Looks like they made a little bit of contact there coming into 3. We are yellow
Whoa!
again. A lot of guys involved in that. Even Devin Peel involved in that again. He just came off of 30 minutes of repairs, didn't you?
Can't catch a break here today, man.
Let's see what Devin went through here. We're going to go with the Devin Peel 99 onboard. Coming into turn 3. Devin runs a little wide. Nothing but a smoke screen in front of them. Locks up. Yep, parking lot up here.
Mm-hmm.
Runs right into the back of Jim Mott. Come on, buddy.
I had no choice. I thought Jim was going to keep moving, and he ended up in the wall. There was no hole. I had a wall of cars, and I had to pick one to take.
Oh, Zack Saunders said I put Xander in the wrong chat. Oopsie daisy. Which team is Xander on? Oh, Saunders, please tell me.
I'm going to see if I can't get myself moved back and let you get back to some regular broadcasting.
Chat, please do. Try to figure out what teams people are on nowadays. Let's see. Hopefully Saunders can tell me what team he is with, since everybody is in different little things.
You know what? Yeah, we're just driving to the pits. And what is going on?
Is the damage all that bad?
No, I don't think so, but it isn't going to hurt my race anymore if I just drive into the pits real quick and get changed.
Oh, yeah, Xander got... Oh, yeah, they combined teams. That's why it messed me up a little bit. Yeah, well, let me move you down to Indy. We did have a question about if the wheels are like Wii Remote wheels, or what are they? It's good to have some new people watching. They depend. Some drivers like to joke that they use Wii remotes. I do that on occasion. Say I use the Wii balance board as my pedals. It's kind of a combination of. There's all sorts of different. There's a huge rabbit hole of what people can use, different technologies, different types of wheels. Most of these guys, I think all of these guys out here are using wheels with force feedback. You're able to feel what the car is doing through the wheel. Wheelbase has motors in it. Will move the wheel in a way to where you can feel what's going on in your car. It's a pretty interesting thing. It's hard to get an idea of how it works until you feel it for yourself. If you were in the Charlotte, North Carolina general area, like a couple of these guys are on track, I know I got my first iRacing experience at the NASCAR Hall of Fame there in Uptown Charlotte. They have some iRacing setups there, really good for anybody who's in the area wanting to try out iRacing or try out sim racing in general. Low price, good stuff. A lot of good, interesting things, activities, and everything you can do there at the Hall of Fame in Charlotte. Xander Short will once again take us to the green flag. This time with the 80 alongside him as we come through turn 4. The 18 Elliott Drummond is sitting there in P3 on the inside right behind Xander Short. The pace car comes in, and Xander Short once again leads us to green here at Milwaukee. Good launch by Xander, but Diego was ready for it. He's going to try to slide in there. Yes, he does. Elliott Drummond stays there in P3. We're single file already at the front. Oh, get a little loosey-goosey there off the exit of 2. We stay going. A lot of passes going on there in the rear. Ryan Taft goes off. Didn't get an idea what's going on back here. Bunch of action going on. Too wide back here in the rear a little bit. There, the 4 car and the 13, believe. They are moving. At least I would hope so. Oh, never mind. 8 car in the wall. There is a wreck there on the back straight. We are yellow once again. Caleb Sheets involved. So Tyler Krawcheck was involved as well. Caleb Sheets is one fast driver. We saw him get to the front earlier in this race. It got a little loose and just fell back completely. Looking at that 26 there of Caleb Sheets. Gets a little, yep, it's loose there. Tries to save it. Yeah. And you have some cars there overreacting some. Nemesis just do it on the rear and just did it. Went in the wall. Still driver struggling out here with the grip. If I had one thing I could say to any of them, I would say go later on the throttle. Little update on Connor Wold. He's now sitting in P8. Once again, moving up back to the front. That is not the car I want to be looking at. A couple of drivers coming in here to the pit lane. Let's see, where is Wold? Here he is, sitting in P7 there in the number 27 Camaro. Jacob Brzezinski says some of them also use the Wii Remote with the motion sensor for their driving. He is telling a joke, I promise. At least I think. Based on some of his driving from the races where he had to turn right as well as left, it seems like he does use the Wii Remote. We're yellow again here at Milwaukee. Our 14th caution. About halfway through now. Here's hoping as we keep going, the drivers who have been having these issues with the grip start to fall off a little bit. Hate seeing all these cautions. Last week we raced at Daytona here in the Cup Series, and we had less cautions than this. And Daytona, being a super speedway, is known for its cautions. Not Milwaukee. Xander Short still in the lead. Vale in P2. Because Diego is there in P2, he'll be restarting here on the outside line. If you remember earlier from in the broadcast, I said the outside line is not the preferred line whatsoever. You want to take basically the shortest line you possibly can around the track, and that would be the inside of the corner where Xander is currently there in the 48 car. Outside, not the best, but outside gives you a better run off the corner. Some people asking about the track temperature. It is there on the right side of your screen now, covering up what you just said, but it is there. Nothing too normal. Track isn't all too hot. No crazy temperatures here at Milwaukee. We are coming into turn 3 to start the race. Once again, Xander Short leading us to the green here soon with Diego Valle on the outside. Elliott Drummond there in P3 right behind Xander Short as the pace car is about to come in. There you go, Xander Short leading us to green once again here in Milwaukee. Good launch by Xander and a good launch by the 18 compared to the 90 there. He gets alongside him this time. Not making it too easy for the 80, but that 80 is one quick car. The 18 is one that position bad, gets loose, keeps it out in the wall, it looks like. That is good news for Diego. One less problem for him to deal with. Joe Wright goes off as well. Joe Wright crashes, and we are yellow again. I know we have some Joe Wright supporters in here, and they are not gonna want to see that. Joe is one of the nicest guys out there on track. I know from experience, always brings positivity to these races. So it stinks to see him out there wrecking. Yep, there's the 18, and Joe goes to avoid it. And his Krispy Kreme car, and just, yeah, no grip on that grass and gets T-boned by Darby Barrett. Wow. I hope Joe's okay. I know some of these guys have motion sins, and I'm really hoping Joe does not have one at the moment. We see some guys come in. That's Xander Short comes into the pits. A couple of other drivers coming in as well. So these front runners, we see Connor Wold come in. Jared Bunt, about half of the field is coming in here to the pit lane. Want to get off of these tires. I know Xander's going to want off of these tires. Good for Diego though. He is really good on a long run. He is quick in general. Diego is going to love having all the clean air in front of him. See a lot of guys still sitting here. Looks like some guys going to be taking repairs, especially that 18 car right there. Got a little loose. Locked up his tires for quite a while. And Zack Saunders back on the front row. You see Connor Wold there back in 4th place. This time with the 18 car. Nowhere near him. That's good news for Connor. Coming to turn 1, looks like the lights are still on the pace car. Hopefully we can get a green flag run here soon. I'd love to see it. We come to lap 100 on the back straight of Milwaukee. One of the flattest tracks there is out here in NASCAR stock car racing. Eddie car finally going to lead us to the green flag here in a lap's time. We have 17 cars out there on the lead lap. 17, 18-ish. 18 cars out on the lead lap. Tyler Krashek in the number 8 Chevy Camaro is your first car lap down. He is 7 minutes, just about 7 minutes off the lead. Hate to see it, but what can you do? Milwaukee is a very, very difficult track, as you could see by these talented drivers May not look like it tonight, but it takes a bunch of skill to run Milwaukee. We are about to come into turn 4. Diego Valle is going to lead us to the green. Zack Saunders finally back on the front row there in P2. Jeremy Saunders there in P3. And 24 Ford Mustang. As the pace car comes into the pit lane, Diego is going to lead us to the green in the restart zone now, and we are green again at Milwaukee. Good jump by Diego there. Really good jump by Diego. And Zack Saunders still there in P2. He's going to come down to the inside to block off the 24. You see Carl going side by side with Jeremy. And it looks like Chase George is coming to get involved in that. He's there in that blue car. Connor Wold lets something go. Still green here at Milwaukee. Good thing to see. Yeah, Diego is checking out. Zack Saunders is going to try to stay with him. He knows Diego is good on those tires. He's not going to push it all too hard, I would believe. They both pit on the same lap 66. Same age of tire, so nobody here has a tire advantage unless they're good at saving. Top 4 are all on the same age of tire as we are yellow. Again, it looks like Ryan Taff was involved in this one. I think we are getting more yellow laps than we are green here at Milwaukee. Just like my middle school chorus teacher once said, that is very unfortunate. One of her main sayings. There's Ryan Taft there in the Razor car. Yeah, don't really want to be down there all too much, Mr. Ryan. That's Ryan's second caution that he's caused by going slow down there in turn 2. You see Cody Leach going down there. I'll buy him on the outside. Ryan just got all sorts of loose. Here is the front. Diego Valle still up there. Zack Saunders still in P2. Some drivers starting to come into the pit lane. See Jim Mott there in a nationwide car. There's Caleb Sheets. Want to get some repairs done on his car. A couple of guys coming here. A lot of them just staying out. Ryan's not doing all too great tonight. Let's see if there's any drivers any of y'all are wanting to see interviewed. Please let me know. We'll get some new guys up here in the booth. We'll see how they are doing. Let's see. We have it look somewhere in between 14 and 18 cars here on the lead lap still. Should be 18 as cars start to come out of the pit lane. They're going to try to beat that pace car out. Yep, 18 cars on the lead lap here. Tyler Krawcheck is starting to make his way up some more. He's now gained 2 more minutes on the leader. Now 4.5 minutes down instead of the 6.5 that he was earlier. Hopefully we see Tyler back in the mix. A lot of drivers were unhappy with him last night. So I imagine he is not everyone's favorite. Looks like we are 2 to green. Should be coming to the 1 to green here soon. Hopefully we can get a green flag run in here. Coming lap 106 here soon. That'll put us with 87 to go left in this race. Still haven't had a long green flag run, sadly. Hoping to see it here soon. See Diego Valle there on the inside in that purple 80 car. And the 16 is Zack Saunders there on the outside. You see Caleb Sheets there on the bottom of your screen and coming out the pit lane, trying to stay on that lead lap, and he sure does. He's the last car on the lead lap in P18. We are 1 to green. You see Zack Saunders, Diego Valle itching to go. Zack wants that lead back. He won here last night in the Xfinity Series, and he's hoping to get another win here tonight. Diego Valle was close to it, but some last lap aggression caused him to lose that race last night. Wasn't too happy. And here we go for the green. Diego Valle will lead us to it. We are green once again here at Milwaukee. Diego Valle with a good launch. Zack Saunders there in P2. He's going to need to get to that bottom as soon as he can to block off the 24, and he sure does. It's Jeremy Thompson in the 24. Connor Wold there in the 27, needing to get down there as soon as he can to stay in that P4. And he sure does. Going to shoot it down the inside. Nope, looks at it, but does not do it. Thinks better of it. A lot of drivers running wide here in the rear, missing their braking point. There's Xander Short there in P5. He hit not too long ago on lap 97. So he has fresher tires than everybody in front of him. Grip is an issue here at Milwaukee, but the fresher the tires, the more grip you have. As we see some dive bombs, there's the 18 going for the dive. Puts Chase George into the wall. Wow. Wow. You can get an onboard here with the 18. That was definitely one of the dive bombs of all time. As we are on board with Elliott Drummond. See Chase George there in front of you in the Carvana car. Goes for the dive. Yep. Broke too late. Wow. I have Chase George right here. Wow. A little touch of the wall there by Chase. You see 18 right down there. Want to get down the inside. Gets a little loose and then gets help by the 18. Yep. Looks like that engine might be cooked. Diego Valle comes into the pit lane. It looks like there he is right there. Looking to get some tires. That promotes Zack Saunders to the lead, I believe. I'd imagine not too many people are happy with that 18 car after that move. We saw earlier Connor Wold was not happy with the 18 because of his aggression. And we saw some more of the 18's aggression there to cause that caution. But it appears as if the 18 might have been penalized for that move. He's sitting back in 11th now. I believe he was. Don't know for sure. Wow. I hate to see it, especially when he had 18 had a fast car, but don't know if he meant to send it that deep or if he just forgot when to brake. But Zack Saunders, now your leader. Diego Valle came into the pit lane. He's still in there. There he is sitting. Don't know why he's been in there for so long. Diego's been in there, it looks like, for the past little bit. He's going to need to get out here before the lead pack comes around. Here they come out of turn 4. You see them there in the background. All the pit boxes on the way, and he gets out there. He's still on the lead lap. Seeing some different strategies play out. We know Diego can get up to the front really quickly. Seen it before. There's Caleb Sheets once again getting as much damage repaired as he can, taking advantage of all these cautions. Their second row back on the inside, there's the 27 of Connor Wold once again made it to the front. Diego Valle in the 80 is going to want to do the same thing. You see the 48 there. Sander short. Second row on the outside. He's on a different strategy compared to these three drivers in the top three. All the top three, Jeremy Saunders, Zack Saunders, and Connor Wold, all pit on lap 66, where Xander pit on lap 97. 30-ish lap old, newer tires. Xander will have more grip as we are coming to the green here soon. We come out of turn 4. Pace car is going to come in. We come to the restart. Zack Saunders once again leads us to the green. A little bit of loosey-goosey there in the rear. Zack Saunders with a good jump. Connor Wold goes down the inside, gets that P2. He is back up there. We saw Connor Wold get a little loose last time he tried to get that P2, and now he got it this time with no issue. As you can see there, Jeremy Saunders there wanting that P2, but he goes a little wide. David Gavassi takes advantage there in the Dr. Pepper Ford Mustang. Gets up there into third. But they are still fighting. Jeremy wanting that position. The one almost rear-ending the 48 there of Xander Short. As we see some Chastain impressions there towards the back of the field. Pulls away a little bit. Looks like your battle is around here. There's the one car of Corey Mott. He says Chastain is his spirit animal. Hope he does not go into the wall. Corey is sitting there in P6. Same position he started in. Wanted to get higher up though. Xander Short right in front of him. Good battle. You see Diego already back up there. And we are yellow again. Joe Wright involved once again. Let's hope he did not get T-boned again. Let's see. You see Joe right there down on the inside line. It's a little, gets a little loose, overreacts. Does he make any contact or does he keep it going? He keeps it going. Way better outcome for Joe that time around. Zack Saunders holds on to the lead. But this time, he will restart with Connor Wold beside him. See if we can get an interview in here. See if we get Corey Mott. Hey Corey, it's Cat up in the booth. You got me?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Well, I've been keeping it pretty consistent so far this whole race. How are you feeling?
Oh, I've somehow managed to self-spin twice down the backstretch and figuring out how to get back up here. Quite honestly, I wish people would just learn how to drive. It's absolutely embarrassing. This track isn't hard. The setup's not hard. You just literally lift your foot off the throttle for approximately a half a second, and you'll get enough turn in the car that you don't get massively tight and you don't absolutely kill it coming out of the corner. So the fact that we've had close to 20 plus cautions already and we still have 60 some laps of racing left is really disheartening, because quite honestly, I just want to run fun tracks, and this track puts on great racing in the long run and just can't do it. So it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, we're currently on our 18th caution of this race.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing, to be honest with you. Like, I just don't even know what to say. Like, it's just sad.
Yeah, it stinks. It stinks to see it, but looks like you are back in your starting position once again. So it's good to
Yeah,
see
we had a
you
good
back
qualifying lap today. Only put one lap down, so feeling pretty good where we're at. So just happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, it stinks that this race is going as terrible as it is, especially with Daytona having, I believe, less cautions than this.
Oh yeah, Daytona only had 7 cautions. We had some
only
green flag
7.
ones.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you'd expect the opposite.
I mean, it's like I explained it before. The charters weren't all full this week, and they were only filled with people whom owned the track, and some people whom got the field positions really shouldn't be out here. But because of the system that we have, and they're the only ones that were able to drive, it just worked out that way. So I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
But I mean, this late into the race, when so many cars aren't on the lead lap anymore, there shouldn't be this many wrecks. Like, we should be able to run green without any issues. So
Well, speaking of issues, as we come to one to green here soon, I see that you're running the number one Chastain looking car. We've seen a lot of cars not be too good on the braking and do some Chastain impressions and ride the wall throughout the corners. Have you been noticing any difficulties with the brakes with your car? Or does it seem like an everybody else issue?
I mean, I've noticed that if you, it's really easy to lock it up here. So if you're trying to outbrake people going into the corners, it's not going to work. All of the speed here is on exit of corners, so you it's really just brake early and then just get speed out. But the problem is the people behind you don't do that, so then that causes
Yeah.
checkups and
Yeah.
causes messes. But no, I have only locked it up once, and that was because Xander was driving erratically in front of me. So taking care of the tires out here.
Well, as we come to the green, I wish you the best of luck. Here's hoping you stay up here.
Thank you.
Good luck, Corey.
Yep.
And that was Corey Mott. Obviously, really disappointed with how this race is going. I do not blame him. As Zack Saunders will again lead us to the green, and we are green back here at Milwaukee. Good, really good launch by the 16 there. David Gavazzi there in the Dr. Pepper Ford Mustang. Oh, we got a little loose down there on the inside. Manages to keep it away from everybody as we stay green. Good news for Saunders as he increases his lead over half a second there on David Gavazzi and Connor Wold, who are still going at it. Connor Wold gets loose there on the outside, but saves it. And we are yellow again. Well, if you were looking for some Wreckfest gameplay, here you are. It may say iRacing in the bottom right of your screen, but I believe we are playing Wreckfest. I'm looking here at the rubber here at Ryan Taft there on the outside. Yeah, the 18 again. See if we can get an idea what happened here. Just find the 18 on my list. That's Elliott Drummond. Like some more Drummond aggression. Oh, happens in front of him. Wasn't even him. 26 Caleb Sheets just goes right to the 54, I believe. Yeah, just happened right in front of him. See if we can get an idea of what happened to Connor Wold that caused him to get loose. See Gavazzi there on the inside. Looks like there may have been some contact. Connor's just not having the luck there in turn 3 and turn 4, going side by side. I'd imagine he is pretty angry, as the kids say. Yep, as the chat says, we are on our 19th caution here at Milwaukee. Drivers not making it look too great. David Gavazzi and Connor Wold are still going to be just near each other. Caution came out before Connor dropped back as much as he did, so he's going to be back there up the front. Looks like he is going to be P2 starting this time. I would imagine he is not going to be happy with David whatsoever. Should see, finally, something interesting besides the cautions for people self-spinning. Connor Wold always brings excitement when he is on the track. Should see some classic Wold excitement here again. Zack Saunders still leading. You see the purple 80 of Diego Valle there towards the rear of the screen. He's fighting his way back up towards the front. Out of the couple of races I've done so far in my commentating career here as a part of the show, I'd have to say this is one of the races of all time. We come to 1 degree, I believe. Looks like the lights on the pace car are off. 16, trying to get a little heat in his tires, give him a little bit more grip as the field gets ready to go. Corey Mott managed to move up to P5. He's their third row on the inside. We interviewed him during the last caution. Jared Bondi alongside him in P6. They are teammates, good buddies. We have Zack Saunders and Connor Wold are going to lead it to the green. A little bit of tire dipping down there on the inside. That is very much looked down on. As we come into turn 4. Flagman waiting to give the drivers the green as the pace car is about to pull into the pit lane, and there it goes. As we already have a spinner. And we stay green, I believe. Yeah, still green. Wow. Romano just got turned there on the restart. Connor Wold gets a good start as well. Some fighting there for P3. That's David Gavazzi, Jeremy Sonson. They're too wide. Do not want to be on that outside for too long. Connor Wold and Zack Saunders are enjoying it. And it looks like David manages to hold on to that P3, but we are fighting here for P4. There's Corey Mott there on the inside who manages to take it. And you see the 80 of Diego Valle coming up as well on the inside of the 24. It's Jeremy Sonson. We're getting a little loose. Corey Mott there on exit. He says he hasn't been making too much mistakes. Sizo still spins the 24, gets in the rear of the 1. Right in the wall. Goes Corey Mott. With just seeing how Corey Mott's opinion on this race has been so far, I wouldn't imagine that would make it any better. I would imagine the 1 is trying to get close to that 24 as soon as possible for putting him into the wall. Zack Saunders still has his gap there at the lead. And the lead, 24 getting real close to the 8. Is he going to do the same? No, he doesn't. 8 gets off well there. Not getting turned by the 24. See Corey Mott, a couple of positions back for the 24. Good battle here. Down the inside goes the Jimmy John's car. 24 goes to the wide there. Loses the position. Corey Mott has him in his sight. Darby Merritt is the only car that separates the two of them. See the 8 going a little wide. Jimmy John's car passing the 8. Still green here in Milwaukee. Love to see it. Rare sight for tonight. As Corey Mott goes down the 8 inside of Darby. Will he do it? Darby runs a lane higher than he would want to run. Is Corey going to get it? So far in front of Darby, he goes on the inside. Now there is nobody separating the 1 and the 24. We'll see how this goes. Is there going to be some aggression? Is Corey going to keep it clean? A couple laps ago, the 24 put the 1 into the wall. See what happens this time. Right on the 24's bumper, the 1 is getting closer and closer. Corey is a man on a mission. Eight looks like he's starting to lose some tires a little bit. 24 goes a little up. Getting close to that 8. .24 going down the inside of the 8 car. Corey might try to follow him through and tries to. The 8 just covers it off. Stays up there. We have a pass for P2. Diego Valle gets right back up there, passes Connor Wold. Should be getting to Zack Saunders soon. We will keep an eye on that, as Diego will most likely get close to Zack here soon. Xander Short overtakes Connor Wold, getting a good battle here for P3. Connor Wold there on the outside, Xander Short there on the inside. Xander's just right past him. Connor Wold still last pit on lap 66. He's going to need a caution to get those tires once again. He is on the oldest rubber out of basically the entire field, except for Jeremy Saunders, who we saw go in the rear of Corey Mott earlier. They're on the same age tires. Lap 66 was the last time they pit. We still see this battle going on between Xander, and we are yellow again. Corey Mott involved. Ivan Ramirez, Zach Johnson also involved. You see the one down there in the middle of that pack of cars. You get a little loose, maybe. On exit, a little bit of blinking there on the bottom. Yep, getting loose there on exit of 4, and yep. Oof. Yep, there it is. Ryan Taft just squeezes right by Corey there. Wow. Not a race you want to see. Let's see. Fit Connor Wold in here for an interview. See how he's going so far. Actually, nah. We'll switch it up a little bit. I've had Connor in here a couple of times. Look at Zach Johnson, who's involved in that incident. Let's see how he's doing. Hey Zach, it's Cat up in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Well, it looks like you're involved in that last one. Haven't been having too great of a race, it seems. How are you feeling, bud?
I'm fine, but I'm still on the lead lap, so I'm running like what 13th. But
Yeah,
I'm
around there.
finally getting damage done, and then I keep getting it back to what it was. So just trying to survive, which I have been meatballed once, but came back, stayed on the lead lap. Just people don't know how to brake and when they see somebody spinning, so love
Yep.
getting full throttled multiple times.
Oh, we interviewed Corey a couple of cautions ago, and he didn't seem all too happy. And I am too scared to interview him at the moment because I would imagine he is livid.
He is pissed. He's pissed at himself right now for spinning there, but
Yep, he got put in the wall by the 24, I think Jeremy Saunders.
yeah. And then he decided to ram me 2 corners in a row, so
Yeah.
I definitely got a bone to pick with him now, so he's not getting any room for me for the rest of the season. Doesn't know how to run behind someone, so, but, the Lucas Oil 8, well, the 3 machine for this race, but usually the 8 machine.
Yeah.
We were fast in qualifying and practice, but just been getting bad luck and getting caught up in all the wrecks and stuff. But we're still in the lead lap, P12, P13, so I can't complain.
Well, I think a lot of drivers are going to want to forget about this race. How do you think Dover is going to go for you next week?
I'm pretty good at Dover. Last year for Xfinity, I was really strong there, running in the top 5. So the Xfinity race on Tuesday should be fun, and this Cup race I should be pretty good at it. But yeah, the sad part is I really love this track, and it's so fun to run, but people just don't know how to run it.
Yep. It is what it is. Well, I wish you luck, buddy. I
right.
don't get too much.
Thank you.
Good luck, Zach.
Yeah, thank you, Kat.
That was Zach Thomas Johnson. He's been getting involved in a lot of wrecks, and it looks like that is what's happening for him as we were on our 20th caution here tonight. As we get more cautions, seems like the viewers are increasing. If you are just now joining us, you are watching a wreck fest, but in iRacing. bunch of guys having difficulties with their right side pedal. It is like we were told by Corey earlier, the exits are way more important than the corner entries. There's a straight after the corner exit, not after the corner entry. Getting that exit will help you out a ton. The 80 will lead us to the green flag here in a second. Made his way all the way back up to the front. Once again, come out of 4. The pace car comes in. And here we go, Xander short alongside as we come to the green. Good launch by the 80. The 18 is back up front again. Not a lot of cars are fans of that 18. Xander gets real close to the rear quarter panel of the 80. You see the 16 is Zack Saunders right behind the 18. And Connor Wold is getting close to that 18 too. They have history. Single file mostly up front. Caleb Sheets gets moved to the outside line, it looks like. Diego Valle stays in P1. See Elliott Drummond there in P3 in the 18. M&M's Camry with the 16 getting real close to that rear bumper. And we have a spinner right into the inside wall. David Gavazzi there in the Dr. Pepper machine, and we are yellow because of it. Nothing but spinners. Well, one of the races of all time. Let's watch David Gavazzi do his best impression of everybody else out here tonight. He's in that Dr. Pepper machine on the inside. Caleb Sheets on the outside. Trying to get past Caleb, gets a little nervous. Right around. Ooh. And just get this T-boned by Ryan. Wow. Well, with this race being unsponsored tonight, unlike last week, according to Mr. Corey Mott, I have free reign to change the name. You'll see that race name reveal once we go green here at the end of our 21st caution. Green car getting the lap back there. We have Mr. Wojcinski. They're cheering on the 18 car. I think, Jacob, you might be the only driver cheering on that 18 car here in this race. Definitely not making any friends this early in the season. That 18 is going to be starting there in P3 with the 27 of Connor Wold going to be starting behind him. Connor is sitting in P5. Right behind each other here on the restart. Not big fans of each other. See how that goes. Connor is on newer tires than Elliott. Not by too much, just about 10 laps. We have a little bit of news here from Archie Williams, the Australian, that Mr. Wojcinski, he's in the number 10 Toyota Camry. He is since out of this race a long time ago, but getting close to about 100 laps ago. Archie is saying that Jacob is out of this race because he's smelly. So a little bit something more interesting for this race. I guess the stench was so bad, Jacob could not keep going. Too many code browns. They're getting closer and closer to the green once again for another restart here in this race. It'll be the 22nd start. Start/restart. 21st restart. One start there at the beginning. As we come to 1 to green. Diego Valle sitting there in P1, biggest mover still, up 26 positions, started in 27th, I believe. Which makes sense, my math is right. Xander Short there in P2, alongside him, Elliott Drummond in P3, and Zack Saunders in P4. Have Caleb Sheets in P6, and Connor Wold there in P5. They're on the inside line. Diego Valle there in the 80 will lead us to the green. Hopefully we stay at 9 plus 10 cautions and not get any more, but as we've seen so far, it does not look likely. We come out of turn 4. Pace car should be coming in here soon. Flag man waiting on him. There goes the pace car. Elliott Drummond will take us to the green, and we are green for the 22nd time here at Milwaukee. Good launch by the 80. Blinking by the 18 down there on the inside. Car exiting the pit lane. He's going to want to stay safe. Stay down there, please. 18 looking down the inside of Xander Short. So it's Connor Wold on Zack Saunders. Caleb Sheets also looking down there. A little bit of wide. Xander goes a little wide there on the outside. Zack Saunders trying to get up the inside of his teammate. Diego Valle is loving this as he increases his gap. Too wide action there by two teammates. Basically identical schemes, just different numbers on the side of the car. See Elliott Drummond there in P2. 16 looking down the inside of the 18. We're mostly single file up here at the front. So we get any moves going on. You look here at Corey Mott, right behind the 24 of Jeremy Swanson. We're told by Zach Johnson that he is not too happy with him, and also not too happy in general. See if Corey tries to get close to the 24. We will check back on them in a minute. You see Xander Short there in P4. Makes a little bit of contact there with the wall. They're on the exit of 4. Way better than spinning, but right side of the car is not going to like that. Neither are the sponsors on the right side of the car. Still going green here at the Milwaukee Mile. Need some good battles. We are yellow once again. I should probably stop talking about the greens. Aaron Rucker involved in that. Christian Delgado involved in that. They're looking. It looks like that is Joe right in front of them, I believe. Yep. RKO out of nowhere. Get a little onboard happen there. You see Joe right there in front of him. He gets on that curb. Yep, do not want to be on that. Gets the power down, gets loose. RKO's Christian out of nowhere. As you see Diego Valle and the 18 of Elliott Drummond come in. It looks like Xander Short as well. Corey Mott, Zach Johnson, Cameron Romano, Darby Merritt, Jim Mott all come into the pit lane. You start to see some strategy playing out here. Finally, something a little interesting than cars going around in circles very slowly. See all these cars in the pit lane. Some of them are going to try to get some damage done. There comes Xander Short out of the pit lane. See Elliott Drummond and Diego Valle come out. See Corey Mott next. They look like they're going to be sitting for a bit. That puts Zack Saunders in the lead. With Connor Wold right alongside Caleb Sheets in P3, and then Jared Bundy in P4. Jared's back in his starting position. Started in P4, right back at it. Well, it says here on my screen we have 20 of y'all here watching live, but I wouldn't imagine all 20 of y'all are awake. I know I'm going to need some caffeine to stay awake here. Hopefully we can keep it like Taylor Swift and only have 22 cautions. I don't know about you, but I feel like we are not going to keep it at 22. See Ryan Taft leaving his box out there. He's going to have to drop back. Pit lane's closed for him. Now have 23 in here. I guess my Taylor Swift joke got some viewers in here. We are 1 to go. Zack Saunders is going to lead us to the green with Connor Wold on the outside. Caleb Sheets there, second row on the inside. Jared Bundy there, second row on the outside. Now have 13 cars on the lead lap. We had way more on the lead lap here in the Xfinity race last night. It stinks to see. As we come into turn 3, coming soon into turn 4, as we are now. Should be going green here soon. As we look at the flagman, I'm going to do a lot of work here tonight. Pace car comes in. Zack Saunders will lead us to the green. Connor Ward alongside, and we are green once again at Milwaukee as the field keeps stringing. Good launch by Saunders. The 26 gets right on the rear of Connor Wold there. Getting feisty. Connor Wold stays in P2. Caleb Sheets right behind him. Those are two really quick drivers. All these guys up front are quick. You can see Diego Valle trying to make it right back up front. See the 24 there on Diego's outside. There they are right there. The 24 runs wide. Uh-oh. Who did that put him in front of? Ray Gill. Looks like there's some battles going on here in the rear. Also, getting real close up here in the front. As we are getting closer and closer to the end of this race. Currently sitting at lap 154. And there is a spinner that is Xander Short. Manages to save. It looks like there was some contact made. And it put him sliding. Go back up to the front. There's some side by side. There is Diego Valle making his way back up. Already in P4 once again after pitting here recently. Lap 149. Past Jared Bundy and the Wounded Warrior Project number 2. Jared runs a little wide with the 18 right behind him. We are still going. Close action all around this track. Get some good racing in here. As Diego Valle is itching to get back there at the front. He is really good in that clean air. He knows he is quick and does not want to be behind any of these guys he sees as slow. Like the great Ricky Bobby once said, if you're not first, you're last. Diego was not first yesterday, so I'm really disappointed after the race, so he is trying to get back up to the front to try to get that first place. See some close battles right here between Caleb Sheets and the 18 Elliott Drummond. Elliott Drummond goes down the inside, uses a little bit of that curve to get to the inside of Caleb Sheets. Still side by side in the exit or two. Gets past him. See if Caleb Sheets has anything to answer with, or is he going to stay behind? He stays behind. There's some good battles going on. Corey might just set his own personal best that last time around. We see Diego Valle and Connor Wold getting close once again. Diego's going to want to make quick work of Connor. It looks like he's trying. He's on pressure rubber, I believe. Yes, he is. Over 10 lap old fresher tires on Diego's car. Gets to the inside of Connor. This time, Connor's able to go too wide through turn 3 and 4 and not have any contact made with him. Looks pretty easy, and Diego just goes straight by with that fresher rubber. That puts the 27 and the 18 right near each other. They are not buddies, as you might remember from earlier in the race. We'll see how that goes with Mr. Wold and Mr. Drummond. We see some gaps starting to form around the track. This is really great. I'm not going to say the word. As soon as I'll say it, Black Man's going to put out a different color. Still good running. Zack Saunders not being able to pull away as much as he could. Still has a 0.6 lead on Diego, but Diego is closing on him. Joe Wright comes into the pit lane. You'll see him here in a second. There he is. Jeremy Swanson runs a little wide. Xander Short gets past him. That puts a little rivalry right near each other. It's Corey Mott right behind him. See there, Corey's going to want to get behind that 24. May see him do what 24 did earlier, but Corey seems to be making some mistakes as Xander goes right down to the inside wall. Looks like he might have got a little loose on a corner exit there. See Ray Gill and Darby Merritt getting real close together. Zack Saunders' lead is shrinking. It's down to 0.2 seconds now. Diego just keeps closing and closing. See how quick he can get it. And Connor Will is just sitting back and watching. On lap 64 of 186. 23 laps to go left in this race. Dives down the inside, but the 16 holds it off. Connor Wold is going to be hoping for some side-by-side battling here, so he can get closer to these top two. And he keeps looking down that inside, planning out his move. We've seen some drivers tonight just go spontaneously down the inside, and we've seen that lead to collisions, such as the 18 earlier in this race. And it looks like the 80 is trying to figure out how to get past this 16. Really good battle going on here for P1. You see a lapper there in the distance. In the 6th, I believe. Cannot tell. Oh, as the leaders come up on them, they're going to want to make quick work of this. That is the... moving so fast I can't tell as they pull a Chastain. Still in the wall. At least they weren't in the way, but they are almost in the way. Oh, I think that's Xander Short. There goes in the inside is Diego Valle. They are side by side in fours. Zack Saunders, Diego, and Diego easily gets by Zack Saunders. Is Zack going to have anything to answer with? No, he doesn't. Diego fends off that inside line. Zack can't do anything about it. Yep, already getting close to a 0.3 second gap, and there it is. Should start to see Diego pull away. He is on fresher rubber than Zack Saunders, and we've seen so far this race that he can hold on to those tires for a very long time. Zack Saunders is not letting him get too far away, keeping it pretty close with him. Further back in the field, here's Ray Gill in the 42. Nice little battle going on here for 10th place between Cameron Romano there in the yellow Camry, Ray Gill in the 42 Camry, and Zach Johnson in the number 3 Camaro. Says 8 on the car, usually 8, but he's a 3. Looks like a little bit of a lockup there mid-corner. Interesting place to see it. And they are getting spread out. Our action and action is starting to fade away, sadly. Here's our closest battle at the moment. Between Elliott Drummond and Connor Wold. Looks like Elliott has been slowly gaining on the 27 of Wold. Getting closer and closer to the end. Elliott's going to want to get this done and try to pull away, but I imagine Connor is not going to make it easy. We have 16 to go left in this race. Up to the now renamed Self-Spin 186 here at the Milwaukee Mile. See the 18 starting to look down the inside. Connor Wold went a little tad wide. On a corner, she holds on. Zack Saunders and P2 still keeping it within a couple of tenths of Diego as everybody's starting to catch lapped cars. You see Zach's the 16, I believe it is. They're about to lap. I think might be wrong. As the 18 goes down the inside of Connor Wold, Connor can't do anything about it. Just ran wide, but it looks like he's going to try to get the exit here to stay with the 18. Not going to play easy. Staying with him. They have Jim Mott in front of them, so this might get a little interesting here. The 18 and the 27. Jim Mott runs a little wide, but is right where the 18 wants to be. That's good for Connor Wold there. Slows the 18 down on exit, follows the 18 through past Mr. Mott, helps Wold get closer to the 18. And Mr. Mott runs wide and almost collides with Caleb Sheets. Have any battles going on? Nope. About the only one on track. There's almost Jeremy Swanson and Corey Mott going on. Pretty close. Looks like there wasn't any collision this time to get by between the two. Looks like Connor Wold and Caleb Sheets are now battling. You see Ryan Taft staying in it around the corner for just a second. Yeah, that 18 is just pulling past Connor. Connor's tires are gone. We finally get a long green flag run right when he does not want it. Working out well for Diego Valle as he has a 0.4 lead on Zack Saunders. They're still close together, but not as close as he would want. See Connor Wold and Caleb Sheets right there. Caleb Sheets on the inside. Connor going to need to follow behind him. That outside line is not the faster way around these corners. A little battle between Jeremy Swanson and Corey Mott. Once again, they are getting closer and closer together. They are not done. Some lappers getting in between them. This is the battle for 7th place. Corey running a little wide there. That's good for Jeremy. They get alongside each other coming out of 4. Jeremy files in behind Corey. But Jeremy's going to have that run, it looks like. Corey Mod blocks the inside, so Jeremy cannot go down there. Stays in front of him. Jeremy is itching to get back in front of Corey. Yeah, it looks like both of them are struggling on those tires. Corey does have slightly fresher rubber, about 10 laps fresher. But able to hold Jeremy off. Less than 10 to go here at Milwaukee. Just a couple of battles going on, having the green flag run here at the end of the race. Stinks as you see Ryan Taft doing another Chastain. As you see Corey Mott go past his dad, Jim Mott, there in the Nationwide car. Jeremy Thompson goes around Jim as well. So we check back in with our first 2 of Diego Valle and Zack Saunders. This is shaping up to be a good battle. Keeping it within about 4/10 since Zack was passed. So keeping it close, Zack is not letting Diego pull away too much. Looks like Sheets is getting back at it again with Wold here. Oop, where'd they go? Here they are. Getting close. Wold back up there. He's sitting in P4. Let's see. Diego now has almost a half a second lead on Zack Saunders there at the front. We're looking again at Corey Mott and Jeremy Saunders and Corey Mott here. And closer and closer. And we're 5 to go here at Milwaukee. I'd imagine Jeremy is going to be pretty aggressive here, especially when he's getting 0.1 gap. He's going to try to go along the outside. Corey's going to defend the inside. Stays on the inside. No mistakes made by Corey there. Jeremy's going to get right up behind him. After the lead is still about 4 seconds. There's 3 to go here at Milwaukee. So getting close. Saunders is going to try to send it down the inside. Did not work for him whatsoever. Good for Corey, though. Oh, battle between Wold and Sheets. Sheets finally managed to get around Connor Wold, but can he keep it? So we are 2 to go here at Milwaukee. Diego Valle still leading, but only by 0.3 here. Here's the battle for the lead with 2 laps to go. Coming up on some lap cars, this is not a good thing to see for Diego, as Ryan Taft still crazy up high, trying to get out of everybody's way. As we come to the white flag here at Milwaukee. Diego Valle still your leading. You see Zack Saunders there in the red car. Behind Zack, it's a little too wide. There goes his chance. As Diego gets in front of those lap cars. Poor Zack. Lost his chance just like Diego did last lap as see a Chastain move there on the outside. And Diego Valle is your Milwaukee winner. Saved the tires better than about everybody else. Had the pace compared to everybody else. Stayed up there. Got the win. Zack Saunders, P2. Elliott Drummond, P3. Caleb Sheets for Connor Wold. 5, Jared Bunny 6, Corey Mott in 7th, Jeremy Swanson in 8th, Darby Marathon 9th, Cameron Romero there in 10th, and then so on and so on. Well, that was a race. One of the races I've ever seen. Really good job there by Diego for his first Cup start, I believe. I see Joe right there parking on the front street. Try a photo bomb. Really, really good win by Diego. One of the faster cars out there tonight. So was he last night. Just pulls it off this time, taking that win away from Zack Saunders from getting 2 wins 2 nights in a row. See if we can get Diego in here for a little interview. Hey Diego, it's Cat up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
Well, you had a crazy fast car last night, and here you are again with another crazy fast car. How'd you do it?
Well, I had to get through the first half of the race, which was caution after caution after caution, but I mean, it was great after that. It was amazing after that.
Yeah, it looks like you just had the tires basically the entire time and just basically just kept it going the entire race. Looks
Yeah,
like
no, I botched my quality lap. I was on pace to put it on pole, and it would have made it a lot less entertaining. But a win from the back is a win. So,
yeah,
I made the right strategy calls, pit at the right time. I did all the right stuff.
yeah, your biggest mover tonight went up 26 positions in this race to get that win. What a
Well,
way to start the season.
yeah, I'll take a debut win any day.
Well, that's what SVG did it in Chicago, and here is Diego Valle doing it in Milwaukee. You have anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out to Gomez Sim Industries. They make the best sim wheels in the business. Shout out to my parents, my little brother, my little sister, and shout out to my team. Thank you very much to Aaron for giving me a chance to run tonight, and thanks Joe for keeping it clean. Yeah, just a lot of fun.
Well, that was a really good drive, and here's hoping you can do the same next week. Would love to see you up there. Always putting on good shows for everyone watching.
Yeah, hopefully I can keep making it entertaining up here.
Well, what a win, Diego. Good job, bud.
Thank you.
That was Diego Valle, our race winner. What a race here at Milwaukee. We will be going to Dover same time next week. Same time Wednesday next week. 8:15 is our green flag time. And Xfinity will be at Dover as well next week on Tuesday at 8:15. We'll most likely see some better racing next week. Should see more of the normal Cup guys is in there next week instead of people filling in like they did this night. Was one of the races of all time. I'm Cat Wheeler. You have been watching the show Racing. Thank you, and I will see you again next week. Good night.